Good morning, my knitters. How are you? Welcome to everybody who is maybe new here. My name is Karen. This is Recreational Knitting that you're watching. And I'm coming to you from very warm Ormond Beach, Florida. Like all of a sudden, boom, it turned to summer. We're expecting some mid-80s today. It's been beautiful for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been 70s, perfect, no humidity, sunny, occasional rain, but it's been beautiful. And all of a sudden we're right into the beginning of summer, I believe. So welcome to everyone who is new here. Welcome to everybody who has been here before and stuck with me. It's been about 2 weeks since I last put up a video. It's kind of been a little busy around here. Yeah, we've gotten, those of you that saw some of my shorts, we put up a palm tree kind of unexpectedly. They were in the neighborhood. We said, yeah, we want one of those. So they put it in and we'd been talking about it, but yeah, we just hadn't gotten around to it. I've been busy planting. I'll show you some of that footage, maybe this time, maybe next time, not sure, because I did go to my yarn store and spend my gift certificate. So I just wanted to let you know that I finally got there. Yeah, so it's been a busy couple of weeks. How have y'all been? I hope you're well. I'm still plodding along. I'll catch you up on all that stuff at the end of. Yeah, if you don't want to hear about all that stuff, you can just stop it at the end of the yarn and knitting. So, no finished objects this week. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, I had 3 last time, and I just decided I needed a little break from socks. So that's what I did. I took a break from socks, and I've been working rather monogamously on 2 objects. Is that possible? Yeah, a polyamorous knitting, what would you call that? Working on 2 things pretty exclusively, and 2 of them, they're both sweaters. Shirts, t-shirts for summer, and I want those objects done. And I was really working monogamously until I went to the yarn store. So yeah, we'll get into all that. So let's talk about my 2 whips. You might see them up here. The first one that I'm going to talk about is the one that I was working on exclusively for about a week until I went to the yarn store. It is the Tanker Tee, and this is by Annalena Juta, Anna Juta Knits, and I'm sure I'm butchering that. She's Finnish, and she's, or do you say she's Finn? She's a Finn, she's Finnish. She's from Finland, okay? She has a new pattern out this week, a blanket. Check it out. She's a good designer. This is a well-written pattern. I know several of you have test knit this one, and I started this last summer and got, you know, not very far, but I'm getting there. Yeah. So I finished the mattress stitch, and I worked and worked and worked. Even though it feels like I've been knitting forever on this, it's still only like to my belly button, and my age of woman does not wear anything unless she's much slimmer than I, to the belly button. So yeah, this is made with Drops Petrol. Drops is splitty. This, it's Belle. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you which brand. It's linen and cotton mix, And I do like the fabric that it makes, and I think it will be a great addition to my wardrobe this summer. This is where I was last time, and it's worked top down in 2 pieces, and then you mattress stitch the sleeves. And then this is how much I've knit this week and a half or 2 weeks, whatever it's been. So yeah, so I'm pretty pleased. There's a couple places where, you know, the tension quite isn't right, but I don't see this as, this is kind of my practice one of this. I think I like the fit of it, and I may make more. So yeah, 2 pieces, mattress stitch them together, and after your sleeves, start knitting in the round. One of the modifications that I will be making is I'm going to be doing some I-cord around the sleeves and around the neck. Yeah, I'm not, especially around the sleeves. I'm going to do the sleeves first, see what I think. But yeah, there's, because of the different stitches, we've got rib, we've got garter stitch, and with stockinette. They're all different. So I think that I-cord will tighten it up and make it look prettier. So yeah, looking forward to being able to wear that. That's my first whip. I think I did a good job. And then I went to the yarn store. Let's see, how should I discuss this? Let's show you what I got first at the yarn store. Hold that thought. Those of you that do podcasts understand that you can plan, bring all your materials together, have your area look like a bomb hit it, and still not have brought everything to the table. Yeah. So this is what I purchased. This is a discontinued yarn. So if you'll see it and you like the feel of it, it would be probably a good idea to purchase it, because of course they discontinue it and make it something similar but not the same. This is Sesame Summer, which is a in between, it's a in between sport and DK. It knits up more like a DK because it's got little baby slubs in it. Let's see if I can pull one of these out. Oh, I probably can do that best on this. Oh, and this is, it has a name, but it's not on here. The color is 5236. Has a name, but they don't put it on the label. I'm not sure why they do that. And they are calling this a number 4. I'd say it's more of 3. Let's see if I can find a slubby that you can relate to here. It's a mini slubby. Can you see that at all? I'm hoping that you can. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny slub that makes it difficult to weave in ends. Because you think, I'm going to be able to weave in ends. Oh, it's very difficult. So, yeah. So this is the color that I purchased. I've just barely gotten to the sleeves, and I'm kind of in between sizes with this one. So I did a smaller size up here to fit, and then I'm going to expand the south end of the sweater. This is the Etta. Oh my goodness. See, I said I was, and this is actually by Barocco. So it's made for this particular yarn. And it's got some lace up at the top, hoping you can see that. But you can definitely see that in the product. And it only has a chart. Now, one of my promises was that I was going to bring my Make 9 charts. Well, I lied, you know. This isn't a job. This is for fun. They're still on my computer. I ran out of computer paper, and you know, what's more important, printing off patterns or printing off Make 9 things? So, yeah. So there's the pattern. It's very easy lace. And one of my Make 9, I did two. One is projects and one is techniques. And reading a chart, a lace chart, was one of the techniques that I put on my Make 9. Because as a cross stitcher first, that whole chart for knitting is very confusing. And everybody that's a knitter tells me, oh, but you just do this and this and this. But you have to use your head differently, or I do. I didn't ever follow a chart like that. I would start maybe in the corner, usually the top left, or in the middle, or in a large area, you know, like a house, so that I could, you know, work back and forth. So that was one of my Make 9 techniques that I wanted to accomplish this year. And I don't know that it's mastered, but I did it. And you'll see, those of you that do charts all the time are going to laugh, because it's really not simplistic. I mean, it's very simplistic is what I mean. But, and it included all of the increases in it. This was not TV knitting for me. So I've been doing this while listening to music. So yes, it's Etta. It's a great pattern, and I'm sure it would look great in other yarns. But they call for the summer sesame. And that's how far I've gotten in about a week. I'm motivated for this, guys. I'm motivated. They don't do a whole lot of sleeve. I will be doing a whole lot of sleeve. I'll probably be doing down towards the elbow again, because wings, okay? And we're not talking about Paul McCartney's group in the 90s or whenever that was. So yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with it. Tried to do some yarn management color-wise for striping. Didn't work. Don't care. Got other things to worry about. So that was one of my purchases. Let me show you the next purchase. And then I won a prize. This is Juniper Farm Zoe, which is a cotton linen blend. And this is in the color Red Velvet. It's kind of an orangey red. This is a they're calling this a 2. Now, I'm just going to show you. Here's a 2. And here is, of course I wear a red shirt, so, you know, you're not going to be able to see it. A 4. I'm hoping that you can see that and that comes out. My point being, those two things are very, very similar. So I think this is a heavy 2, and I think that's a 3. Maybe even a 2. But yeah, this is 60% cotton, 40% linen, and I don't have a lot of red because I wear a lot of khaki bottoms in the summer, shorts, you know, capris, and you know, the crazy things that linger in your head. My kids, I wore a red shirt, blouse, whatever, with my khakis. I had about 3 or 4 of them when they were growing up, and one of them said, "Mom, it looks like you're working at Target," and that stuck in my head. So when I was very aware of what I put on in the morning. So yeah, so I'm going to work at Target again. Yeah. And I think I've picked out a pattern for this, which is Salmon Sat. It's by Elspeth Judith. I think this is what I'm planning to make. Is again just a plain t-shirt, and it looks pretty easy, and that's what I like. I have discovered as a knitter, I tend to go towards this kind of knitting more so than something like this. Even though I like this, I'm a process knitter, and I'm going to enjoy wearing the products, don't worry. But I'm a process knitter, and I really enjoy just knitting. Knit, 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 mindless knitting in front of the TV, listening to a book, in the car. I don't want to really think. I have found that it's time that oftentimes I'm lost in thought. I'm processing things that occurred during the day, thinking about my children, thinking about, you know, how I'm going to arrange my garden, all kinds of, you know, lost in thought. So these kinds of things, while, you know, obviously I can do them, don't attract me as much. And it's interesting because I tend to keep looking at these t-shirts that are very similar, one after the other, but they're different. And I guess the difference in pattern is what keeps me interested. I know I hear a lot of podcasters out there saying, "Oh, I'm bored to tears with this kind of stuff." I'm all about being bored to tears, apparently. But yeah, this is what I like to wear. Something I live in Florida, so nobody gets dressed up here. I shouldn't say nobody. Rarely do you see people getting dressed up. It's shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops. Maybe nice sandals if you're really, you know, trying to put on airs. But seriously, we don't dress like that here. And so I look for things that are going to be very comfortable to wear here. Yeah. So we'll see if this is the one that I make with my new Christmas yarn. This was a gift card from my husband, and I got these, and then I got those summer sesame, and I added about $5 or $10 to it. Those were on sale, summer sesame, for this at a very reasonable price. So I was really, really pleased. So yeah. Anyway, I was lucky enough to win some yarn on a podcast from one of my favorite podcasters who also dyes yarn, and it's beautiful, and I love her yarn, and I need to start knitting with her yarn. So, and Mandy, watch how the colors go with this. Yeah, This is from Mandy of Mouse's Makes, or I always get it wrong. Mouse Witch Yarn. And this is her card. Look her up as a podcaster, as well as a yarn dyer. Beautiful stuff. I've ordered from her before, but shipping has gotten out of control. And I entered her topping off Mal with Belinda's Baubles. Look her podcast up. She podcasts from Texas. She's a pretty prolific maker. So if you enjoy finished objects, you might like her. Yeah, she does a very nice job, and she comes from the Dallas area, I think, Fort Worth. So I entered, they were having a topping off Mal, and of course I'm trying to work down the numerous works in progress that I've been accumulating, as well as working from stash. So, and gift cards don't count, right? So that is not new to the stash. That's part of the stash that I already had. So I put my finished objects in, I put my works in progress in, you know how you do. And I thought, I'll never win anything. I never win anything. Well, I have won a couple things, but I haven't, you know, for a while. And part of me as a podcaster realizes that, you know, it's probably not for me. I shouldn't do it. I don't know why that is. But anyway, I won actually 2 prizes. I haven't received the second one yet, but I got the one from Mandy. And this was her inspiration. Now, she didn't dye this for me. This was her April minis. I think it was April. Pretty sure it was April. That looks Easterish. But Easter was in March. I think it's April. Yeah. She has a Ko-fi shop, and I'm sure that you can get these that I'm about to show you. And she sent me, along with the yarn, a little pin. I'm hoping you can see that. Mouse's Makes. And I'm going to step out there and say, Denise of Dear Designs likely made this for her. And I'm going to put that on my Ravens thing over here as a pin. All right, while you're here, this is so exciting. This is so exciting because it's just really exciting. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these, except hold them up and look at that. Whoops, let me get this. Look at that. Can you see that? So if I was in the winter climes of, you know, Minnesota, I could make myself a little scarf or a hat or some mittens. But since I'm not, I don't know what I will make with them. But aren't they gorgeous? And these are like butter. They're 75-25, and they're just beautiful. But I opened them up and I go, oh my gosh, wavelength, same. Yeah. So, yay! And I'm going to try to get a beautiful, I should have put these on a hanger. I hope we'll get this as a picture. sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Thank you, Mandy, so much for your gift. I'm so pleased. And she even wrote a personal note on the front of this, which Luke enjoyed. He got a giggle over it. It says, "Congratulations." And then it says, "Don't worry, Luke, it's only a little bit." Pretty funny, yeah. So thank you again. As I told you last time, I was going to pick winners. I have them. It's just getting things together. I will make a short video this week and announce those winners because they have been picked. Luke helps me pick. He's my random number picker. So yeah, so there's like 3 that, so watch out for that video. And I am going to probably leave you with some pictures that I took within my new yarn shop. She sells yarn and things. Like she sells seashells by the seashore. It's a take on that, I think, in Ormond Beach. And very nice people. And yeah, so I'll leave you with that. But I'll catch you up a little bit on the personal stuff. So if you want to get over that, I get it. So skip over that and find the pictures of my yarn shop, because everybody likes to see pictures of yarn shops. I've been going to PT. Things are going well with PT. I'm going to PT for my back, but it appears that probably by the end of summer, I will be getting a knee replacement. I get to pick which side because they're both disgraceful. They're bone on bone. I have osteoarthritis, and my blood work is starting to look much better. I have to go again next week and get more drawn, but yeah, that's looking better. I still don't know what is wrong with me. Still, fatigue hits me quick, but they're writing it off as pain related, chronic pain from joints. I have a hip replacement, which is giving me some problem, and I'll explain to you that with the back issues. And then I have bone on bone knee, which have been that way for a good year, probably 2 if I am honest. And lower back problems. So I've gone to the knee doctor, and the knee doctor came in, looked at my x-rays, and he goes, "Boy, am I glad my knees don't look that bad." Because he walked in with limp. And I said, "Oh, that's always what you want your knee doctor to say." He goes, "Yeah, you need to do something about these sooner than later." But he says, "I can't make you do anything." He says, and we talked about, cortisone shots and all the things. But he said he wanted me to go to the spine doctor first, okay? So in this, I'm still going to PT, and went to the spine doctor last week, and they said basically that I had arthritis of the lower back. Shocking. But they did say that there was a joint in between my hip and back that they could give an injection of cortisone, and that we could do that every 3 months, and that requires going to the surgical center. They will not put me under, but they'll give me twilight because it can be very painful. Yay. So I'm scheduled for that sometime after the 1st of May. they're very booked up, I guess. And so I'll be doing that. Sounds like fun. It's so fun to get old. I'll just give anybody who is young and is still really exercising, don't do anything that's high impact. You know, years ago, I was a jazzercise instructor, and I did that for about 7 years. And I know that that's what has destroyed all my joints. All you runners out there, that's just me, okay? Swimming, biking are the things to, and walking are the things to do, is what all the joint doctors that I've been to have said. No jazzercise, no aerobics, no running. That's just what they've told me. So that's kind of where I'm at with all of this. I think that the PT has helped a lot. It took me about 5 days to put in all my plants, which wore me out, but I think also has strengthened me a bit. So yeah, and I'll show you that too, if I can remember to stick that in at the end. So that's the end of my medical saga at this point. Keep you updated. Appreciate all your comments and concerns. And we're going to have a giveaway, another one, and I'll announce that on the shorter video that I'll be recording. Put the word spring in a comment below and you'll be eligible. Okay, and I'll send you some yarn out of my stash because I have some beautiful things, really beautiful things. So on that note, I will leave you. I'm hoping you're enjoying some spring weather and not snow wherever you live. And I'll see you next time. Watch for that short video with all the winners. Bye. Knit in peace. Hi, I'm at my local yarn store, and it's called She Sells Yarn and More, and it's in Ormond Beach, and I just wanted to bring you along so that you could see what the yarn shop is like. I know that there's a lot of cotton bamboo here, and we'll see what we can get into, and if I can spend my entire gift card. And it doesn't count as stash. This was a gift, and really it was given to me for Christmas, or for my birthday, Christmas. So literally I could say that this is really stash from last year. Anyway, it doesn't count. I'm not buying yarn. I was gifted yarn. Anyway, let's see what we've got in here. Pardon the shaky camera because I forgot my little tripod. Okay? All right, see you in a bit.